Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. How are you all doing? Good. Let's get to the news. It has been another onslaught, although several stories really came to the fore. Probably the one that stuck out to me was Florida Governor Ron DeSantis berated high school students for not wearing masks and called for an end.
For wearing masks.
For wearing masks. Oh, my bad. So there the high school kids do diligently wearing their masks, and up stalks grumpy dad who screams, "You should take off those masks. It's time for an end to COVID theater." And I was thinking to myself, all across America, there's goth kids and juggalos and thespians who are all getting that bad dad vibe off of Ron DeSantis. And when I thought that was about the weirdest thing that I could possibly see, turned on the news, and lo and behold, Russia, who's in the process of invading Ukraine, decided it'd be a good idea to attack a nuclear power plant. Like, dude, Chernobyl's right there. Like, how? Why? Nothing makes any sense. Nothing makes any sense. And I'm not going to do an animal story this week. I don't even care. Everything is bad. No one is happy. A better world is possible, and that's why we're pissed. And we swear to make that better world happen through funny memes. Andrew, what do you get?
All right, I got quite a few here. This first one, this is a Twitter exchange where there's two photos of Ariana Grande, and there's an orange, and it seems like it's being thrown at her in both of the photos. And then whoever posted the original photo says, "I still don't know what the purpose of that orange. What was the purpose of that orange?" And then the reply is, "Because the eyeshadow is purple, so they need a fruit, orange specifically, for Ariana Grande because she is a singer. And orange is a fruit, which is why she has ponytail."
Oh, man.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
This is like a fried image of a kid who kind of looks like me, I guess. Got glasses and big lips, and he's like, girls be like, "My man gotta be at least 6'2". Girl, you make me 6'2" my stomach. He's got a smartwatch.
This kid looks 10 years old.
Yeah, he rocks. I'll skip that one. Okay, this one is a screen cap from Animal Crossing, and it says, "Had to pay off my debts the hard way." And they've customized their character so that they're wearing a thong and they got a big ass. And they're looking at Tom Nook, who's the proprietor of Nook's Convenience and a loan shark in the Animal Crossing games. These are Street Fighter characters, right? Or are they?
Maybe.
They're from a fighting game.
Yeah.
And the girl says, "If loving you is cringe, I don't want to be based." And then the guy says, "Can we please have a normal conversation?" So this is a little cute drawing of a penguin, and it says, "You just trigger my fight or flight response." And goes, "But I'm a flightless bird," and he pulls out a gun. Kind of a genre I like. This is TJ and Spinelli from Recess. And it says, "Hey, want to come over and ruin some songs for our future selves by attaching memories that'll eventually become too painful to think about?"
Oh my God, that's too real.
Yeah, I
know.
know.
That's fucking good.
I was like, yeah.
Whole bands I can't listen to.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal. 10-year-old me, wow, the future is here. And then it's a picture of like the electronic dogs that were like really popular in the year 2000.
Oh yeah.
And I do remember being a child and being like, wow, we are really living in the future. This is a 4-panel, so it's 2 Eeyores and Pooh's holding a gun, and it says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Which Eeyore is the real Eeyore?" And then one of the Eeyores points at the other one and goes, "Shoot him! He's the clone. I'm the real Eeyore." And then Pooh shoots the Eeyore that just told him to shoot the other one, and then Pooh goes, "The real Eeyore would never pass up a chance to die."
Oh my God, I love it.
Jesus.
This is my favorite thing ever.
Yeah, and the more I think about that, someone drew it, and I'm wondering like why, and I don't care. This is. It says, "You look beautiful with your hair tied back," and then it says, "Me with my hair tied back," and then it's a picture of Mickey Mouse without the big ears, and he has real ears. It's so like deeply cursed.
Oh my God.
This is a cartoon still. Well, it's gotta be Tom and Jerry, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So there's the little cat going to a sexy girl cat, and he's like a cartoon, got his tongue hanging out, and he's all hubba hubba. It says, "I exist and he's obsessed with me." And I just love cartoon stills. Okay. Okay. So there's like a cute looking sheep on the left that's like kind of an Animal Crossing type character, I want to say. And then on the right is a clown with a giant, I think it's also a sheep, but the puff is really big and rainbow colored. And then the sheep is all googly eyes and is wearing a button that says "Proud Liberal." And then the other sheep says, "China will collapse any minute." I couldn't even tell you where I found this. I don't know. I think I was like, this is insane. I don't know. This is what is this, Trailer Park Boys, right? And goes, "Karl Marx said capital is a dead vampire, and not having means of production of my own makes me an alien. So that's what capitalism is. That's fucked."
Dude, this is a long history of Rickyisms. This is Ricky from the Trailer Park Boys, and I swear to God, my favorite like Rickyism ever is he says that somebody had Ontario motives. Fucking favorite. She had Ontario motives.
Oh, this will be my last one. Perfect ending. So this is drawings made by people with mental illness, and it's like a really fucked up like ink drawing of like a screaming face, and then like a dissolving ink drawing of a face, and then real heads will remember the last time I was on the show, I shared this picture of it's a mill tank from Pokemon, and then there's a Cyndaquil sucking on its teat. And that's my last one for this group.
All right. So round one for me. Started off clean.
Yes.
And this is from corporate.cringe, friend of the show, corporate.cringe. And it's a still from Hank Hill, or from King of the Hill. Hank Hill, and he's all disheveled, and his tie's undone, and he's drinking something. He's just like straight out of the carton. And it says, "Me thinking that if I work hard and use no vacation days, I'll get promoted and recognized at work." And then you see what he's drinking out of the carton is dumb fuck juice. These are 2 panels from Invincible, which is a great fucking show. And it's Omni-Man, and Invincible's about to punch Omni-Man in the face, and the fist is labeled "People trying to insult me." And the next panel, Omni-Man catches the fist with his hand, and that's labeled "Me who insults myself on a daily basis." Nice fucking try.
Ouch.
Howard R. Seidman, friend of the show. If you're not following Howard R. Seidman, you're really missing out. He has 3 pictures here. One is of Ricky Schroeder. The next one is of Randy Quaid. And the third one is Scott Baio. And it's labeled "GQP Death Cult Army Fall In." And Howard Seidman says, "Ricky Schroeder is the Randy Quaid of Scott Baio." Which I spent way too much time trying to figure that sentence out last night. Ricky Schroeder is the Randy Quaid of Scott Baio.
All right, I just gotta say this, Andrew and Michael, the guys that are making your memes are like abstracting from other memes, and you're getting into a realm of like Jackson Pollock in that world, you know. I'm watching this trend.
The memes are getting too abstract.
Yeah.
They're too meta. All right. Sally at Sally says, my boyfriend looks so cute when he at home and not outside like a whore.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, who posted this? I think I dated her.
That's Sally. Yeah, she's your ex. This is
dude.
This is yeah, you should have stayed inside one. This is just a poorly designed Kleenex box. It's not even it's not even a meme. It's just a Kleenex box with Spider-Man who's crouching down on all fours. But unfortunately, that's on the side of the box. But unfortunately, from the right angle, it looks like the tissue is web that's coming out of his ass, which is not how Spider-Man shoots web.
Right.
But that's how it looks.
Not yet. You haven't seen the whole multiverse.
That's
right. Eric. Not yet. I was just going to say, not yet.
That is, I would like to say that is a very good point. Rasmussen reports, not a friend of the show, but they do exist, said if a wider war breaks out in Europe, should the U.S. military be involved? All voters, yes, 49%. And then this I really appreciated. They broke it down by income. Under 30,000, only 37% say yes. 30 to 50,000, 48% said yes. 50 to 100,000, 51% say yes. 100 to 200,000, 52% say yes. And over $200,000, 66% say yes. And the interesting thing about that is who fights the wars and how much you want to go to war seem to be directly related. That's all for that. Dr. Professor Sir Bain at Bain Nook, friend of the show, says, my ex-wife has taken me to court for unpaid child support. My question is, why now, while Putin is invading Ukraine? Thread on why she is likely a Kremlin asset, 1 of 76. Listen, my favorite part about this was how seriously some people took this shit. Like, there's no thread, right? Like, as soon as you go to the comments, some people are like, how about you just pay your child support, you piece of shit? Like, this is definitely a joke. Fucking great. Fear of going out, friend of the show, thanks for watching. Fear of going out. Post this for Reddit. Snip says, today I have consumed 44 Tic Tacs. And Tic Tac verified responds with, they taste better when you share them with friends. And Snips replies, I don't have friends. Keith at Keith Potato says, you can basically just make up facts as long as they're about animals. Cows can't look left. You don't know.
That's an excellent point.
Salad Days, friend of the show, fucking great punk rock account on Instagram. If you're not following Salad Days, fuck you. They say this is the I can't afford to pay $5 a gallon starter pack. And there's a Let's Go Brandon flag, a huge fucking Fash Wagon truck, picture of the Daytona 500, Van Halen, a guy wearing a baseball cap with a goatee, and then a big fucking boat on the bottom.
It's only missing the sunglasses. You need a pair of gargoyles.
There should be definitely a picture of a guy, telling me why Biden sucks from the passenger seat of a car. That seems wearing sunglasses, for some reason. I love this. This is a picture. This is from Parks and Rec, and a Lowe's employee is talking to Nick Offerman, and he says, "Let's go, Brandon. I bet you're so triggered, LOL." And then the next frame, we see Nick Offerman has a Christian anarchist flag on one side, and then just an anarchist happy face next to that on the other side of his shirt. And he says, "I hate Biden more than you." This was floating around anarchy Twitter this week. And I think I just have one more for this round. That's right. Brazilian commercial for condoms. Brilliant. And the first one they put in a figure of Putin, like a little figurine of Putin who looks like he's trying to escape the condom. The next one is Kim Jong-un in a condom who looks like he's trying to escape. And then the third one is Donald Trump in the condom who looks like he's trying to escape. I don't get this as a commercial for condoms. I think what they're saying is wear condoms so you don't accidentally procreate the next tyrant. I don't know.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
That's what I think it's saying. Yeah.
I like seeing them in condoms. That's all.
That was great. That was great. Haven't greeted all of our guests tonight. Just want to say a quick shout out to Kari and Sujin. Thank you for coming. And now on to my insane round as best as I can here. Okay. All right. Here we go. Oh, out. No. Where's my. Oh, I hate technology. Hey, this one just in from Eric Sizemore. If you're not following Eric Sizemore, wow. How do you even know about this show? Elon Musk posted, defeating traffic is the ultimate boss battle. Even the most powerful humans in the world cannot defeat traffic. And the Gravel Institute has replied, please, for the love of God, just Google the word train. Posted by friends of the show, Green New Deal.
Yeah, you're sharing your desktop, Eric.
Are you kidding?
No.
Nope.
Sucks. Was it still funny? Did it work?
It was funny. The premise of the show is that it should work, even if we're looking at that.
That's true.
I actually didn't tell you guys this, but I did 3 shows where I could, for some reason, every time somebody shared, my screen just went black. But I was like, they're supposed to be describing it to me.
How's it looking now?
It worked.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep. All right, sweet. So I felt bad about not having an animal component to the news. So here's a picture from National Geographic. It's actually an animated GIF, a couple frames of a snow leopard in Nepal. And he has blue eyes and a lot of white in his fur. And there you go. Not a story. It's just more of a premise. But alas. All right, moving on. So this one is my friend of the show, Aaron Dobbs. Thanks for coming to the show, Aaron. And he says 2020 seems so heavy at the time. Now 2022 too. It's like 2020 was saying, "What do you got?" 2022 was like, "Hold my beer." From 2 years ago, he's sharing the memory of NFL memes saying, "Congratulations to everyone who completed the second month of 2020. In total, you have survived World War III threats, a worldwide killer virus outbreak, no NFL football, fires sweeping an entire continent, Yummy by Justin Bieber, volcanic eruptions. We go again. May the odds be ever in your favor."
No shit.
And it's really
I
funny.
didn't even know about the volcanic eruptions. Oh yeah.
Well,
I do remember that now.
The news, like a fire hose. Anyway, like, I couldn't believe his buddy was just like, I've yet to see anything much from 2022 to make me think it will be crazier than 2020. And I'm like, that was 4 days ago. So maybe he hadn't quite tuned into the news, but alas. Anyway,
the suffering Olympics.
Yeah, got about half a dozen more here. This one, we like to talk a lot about bingo cards. I kind of like that. Workers' Party of Massachusetts. And if you're not following Workers' Party of Massachusetts, you are definitely missing out. They have reshared drip posting who says, funding military conflict via Patreon was definitely not on my dystopia bingo card, because he's sharing a post of, a heart with sparkles that says, I just became a supporter of Ukraine's army for $1,000 a month.
That's so insane.
Buy them some tanks and missiles if you can. Patreon.com, _NUA. And we've got, it's like you can sponsor missiles, grenades, mortars, tanks, aircraft, ships. And yeah, man. I mean, I've talked to some friends playing some pretty heavy duty RPGs and reading some pretty heavy duty graphic novels, but I never saw this in dystopia. We're in new territory. But of course,
and it says, and it's probably not even real, which is a really fucking great point.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but but who knows? Who even knows? I don't even look stuff up anymore. I give up. I've given up.
No, I bet it's a real Patreon, but I bet it's an actual Patreon that exists, but there's no way that it's actually for the Ukrainian military.
Might even be a Ukrainian.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have seen all the stuff about the Airbnbs, where there's people picking up Airbnbs in Odessa and Kyiv, and I mean, with no intention of showing up and just sending the money right away.
Yeah.
These people are housing refugees, and it's, we live in just ridiculous times, man. All right, moving on. One reason for all this, of course, is this meme that's going around quite a bit. And this is the white ninja meme, where we have a rough cartoon white ninja with a stick. And he is labeled with the logos of Raytheon, Boston Dynamics, and Boeing. And he is poking the United States flag with a stick saying, come on, do a war. And he's standing on the logos of Berkshire Hathaway and Barclays and UPS and HSBC and all the other great banking and venture capital institutions who are, supporting you get the idea. Anyway, that was too sad. Hey, so I looked up this great rapper. He's Palestinian. He's from Berlin. He raps in German. It's fantastic. He goes by Ali Boumaier, and I was absolutely loving it. And then I made the mistake of going to Last FM and reading about it to see what he was tagged as. And he's tagged with rap, hip hop, juice sampler, and disappointing. I didn't know you could even. I didn't even know you could tag. I did that. So that was news to me. Hey, one of my posts on Facebook got liked by Ellen DeGeneres. Look at this. Ellen DeGeneres says, you win $750. Check my profile, Sizemore.
Wow. Congratulations.
God, I have to tell you, there was like a momentary like fun thing of like seeing like Ellen DeGeneres liked your post. I'm like, what? And then I remember, that's right, I live in the 21st century in America on the internet. Right. Nothing is real. Workers' Party of Massachusetts killing it, making the second entry on the show this week. Repost Melissa Martin at Double M Martin said, found this comment on Reddit and it really captures the moment. Alger's Ball posts, it's crazy that there's a live stream of a burning nuclear power plant in a battlefield between two major European countries, but before you can see it, you have to watch a Domino's ad.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Also saw screen grabs from Applebee's. Ukrainian invasion brought to you by Applebee's. All right, this next one is, we have so much news, I couldn't cover everything. And back there in February 22nd, it was February 22nd, 2022, and everybody was posting all about Tuesday, all spelled both ways with TWOS day, and lots of just tons of people making the twos. And it was, Wanda Sykes, friend of the show, Wanda Sykes. Wanda, thank you for all the cards and letters. Today is 22/02/2022, which is a palindrome and an ambigram. She's got it color coded. It's very pretty. You can read it from left to right, right to left, upside down. A lot of people posting about this. Oops, nope, I got the wrong one in there, so that one's going somewhere else. And we're just going to go to the closer. This is a lovely New Yorker cartoon from friend of the show, Aaron Dobbs, making his second appearance. And it's a party with a big banner and a bunch of robots throwing confetti. And it says, Happy 2/22/22/22. And the caption is, man, the humans would have really enjoyed this. I close with that because it was so funny. Back to you, Andrew.
All right. So this is a niche music theory meme, but it's the hands like grasping each other in a square. And so in the center of the square is using parallel fits, and it says students failing music theory 1, punk rock guitarists, 13th century monks, and sea shanty singers. These are all people who use a lot of parallel fits. This is when your landlord has no pets, and it's a real life rabbit, but they put a little Beanie Babies tag on there. So probably the most wholesome thing I've ever shared. This is when the Wiggles start playing Fruit Salad Yummy Yummy. And it's a picture of a show where everyone's just going nuts. This is someone who's taking a big stage dive from like a second floor.
Oh God.
So this I like ironically. This is a Minion meme, and it's the Minion is got a middle part. It says, you couldn't handle me even if I came with instructions. I'm just obsessed with these because the idea that anyone would share it with any sense of earnestness is nuts.
Do you know what I gotta say though? If you go back to that just for a second, there is something about the sneering smile. That's not the right word, but it's smiling out of like half your mouth, like mischievously. I don't know. So, I like that. I like that part.
This is from the Simpsons episode where they do the Planet of the Apes musical. It's from Chimpanzee. It's like a Dr. Seuss style book. So there's like two monkeys, and it says from chimpanzee to chimpanzee, I hate every ape I see by Dr. Zaius. Absolutely iconic.
Nice.
I've seen a couple of these, but this is the best one. Where it's on the left is Kramer, on the right is Gonzo, and the Kramer one is labeled he they, and then the Gonzo is labeled they he. So then this is the like usually this meme is it's a guy, and then there's two paths, and one of the paths usually is sunny and the other one is not, and it says this one they're both evil looking castles, and the person is a well-talented artist with an incredible art style, and says draw cringe or racist extremist political cartoon, and the other path is draw weird fetish porn, and both of them do lead to this show ultimately.
Either one will get you on this show.
Either one will get you here. I don't know if you guys were seeing this, but this is from the Kenny Rogers Chicken episode of Seinfeld, and Jerry is opening the door to the apartment. He goes, it glows red. He goes, Kramer, what's going on in there? And then there's a middle frame of a video game, which is it's Wario Land, but it's red because Virtual Boy was this weird like red and black color. And then Kramer goes, Virtual Boy Wario Land, Jerry.
Props.
Yeah. This is I think that's Jules from Euphoria, but then the side caption is any Phoebe Bridgers project 180 BPM hyperbop remixes of Taylor Swift, Bright Eyes, indie pop bands fronted by Children of Millionaires, and then Grouper.
Nice.
Which like this comes from an account that they take stills and they do that. Okay.
Awesome.
So the photo on the right is Karl Marx, and then on the left are just all of the memes of the like cartoon women, so like goth girlfriends basically, and they're just OMG, he's here, he's so cute, is he single?
Oh my god.
This is like a fried kind of meme, and it's a picture of like a guy working at a like computer music shop, and it says Ableton this, Ableton that. So how come you're unable to make good music?
Oh, awesome.
Oh god.
This is a picture of Princess Daisy with an assault rifle. That's it. All right, and then this is my last one for this group. It says, now in public domain, Winnie the Pooh supports the liberation of Palestine. And it's like a drawing of Winnie the Pooh in a trench coat, like he's in the Matrix with a Palestinian flag next to
it. I'm so glad that exists.
Yeah.
All right. Round two starts with these old school computer speakers that have the hole in the middle of them. And it says, I want to know which of you have finger banged the speaker hole and which of you are lying. Fucking stupid. I'm both, goddammit. Winning Introvert says a picture. What was the name of this cartoon? Does anybody remember?
Powerpuff Girls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Powerpuff Girls. Thank you.
Yes.
And it's a Powerpuff Girl, and her lip is trembling and her eyes are welling up with tears. And it says, when he yell at you back after you've been screaming at him for 30 minutes.
Oh god. Accurate.
Karen Bertina says, if someone tells you that they're fighting depression, be sure to tell them to cheer up. Maybe they haven't thought of that yet. Oh my God, I love this. Friend of the show, the perpetual polymath, says every politician ever. And there's a picture of a farmer saying, it ain't honest, but it's much.
Oh God. Wow.
This is getting me into something I wanted to talk about regarding the State of the Union address from President Joe Biden. Who I personally think President Joe Biden is the best Republican president we've ever had. And this is from @Suresh Trumpet, who says, same energy, State of the Union 2022. And it's 4 panels. The first panel is, I don't know what it's, I think it's probably some like real
it's
housewives
real, it must
reality
be,
shows.
yeah.
and she's crying and she's screaming and she's pointing, and then the next frame is a picture of a cat that is just looking incredulous. It's a very, very common meme. And this is a reenactment of that same energy. And on the left, we have the two fascist women in the House of Representatives, Babert and MTG, and they're standing up, booing. And then it shows a picture of President Joe Biden, who I have to say is making almost the exact same face as this cat. It's pretty fucking good.
Sure.
This is from Jimmy Kimmel, friend of the show, Jimmy Kimmel. He posted this, and it's just the same picture of Babert and MTG, but he's just photoshopped in the QAnon shaman who's standing in the middle of them and screaming. And finally, on for this little three-parter I have here, it's Babert, Bobert, and MTG, and they are booing headstone of Beau Biden, which is what happened in the State of the Union when President Biden started talking about his son dying. These two people stood up and booed him.
One of them said 13.
Yeah, they were talking about the 13
I'm sorry
soldiers who died in Afghanistan. But honestly, like, on so many levels, it's fucked. But I just have to say, like, that's just not. It's not even surprising anymore. It's just what the Republicans are now. Says this is the future houses leftists want, and a floor plan with very open concept. There's some small rooms. The first small room is the crack smoking room. The bathroom is labeled the depression room. The kitchen is labeled cum table. The living room area is tiny, is labeled the 5G lounge. And then the huge open area is just labeled transgender area. Take notes, fucking leftists. This is a good idea. Go fuck yourself. Friend of the show, go fuck yourself. If you're not following Go Fuck Yourself, you need to. There's a picture of a man with his sunglasses, but for some reason he skewered one of the earpieces, the part that goes over your ear, with a hot dog. It's all. Go fuck yourself just says we are not the same. Nicholas Poole. I want you to know, Eric, I got this one just for you. Nicholas Poole at Nick Poole 1, friend of the show, says, bloody hell. Looking at a message from the Ukraine Library Association concerning the cancellation of their forthcoming conference. It basically says, we will reschedule just as soon as we have finished vanquishing our invaders. Ukrainian librarians, I salute you.
Nice.
Fucking librarians are always tough. All right, two more here. Salad Days, friend of the show, making another appearance. Has the bandana from the Suicidal Tendencies video and the hat from the Suicidal Tendencies video that says suicidal on the underside of the bill, except instead of that being on a person, it's on a chicken tender, and it says Suicidal Tendies. And this is my last meme for this round. It's a picture of the cursed woman, 1859. Francois Octave Tassert. And Tanya at Call Me the T says, oh, I should describe this. The painting of the cursed woman is a woman who looks like she's in ecstasy, and she's being,
she's being pleasured.
Someone is performing cunnilingus on her, and these look to be some sort of celestial beings. One of them is kissing her and cupping her breast, and another is sucking on her nipple. And this is a painting from 1859 called The Cursed Woman. And Tanya says, she looked like she's doing fine. All right. Back to you, Eric.
All right. Taking control. Doing the thing. Here we go. Yeah. You brought up the what was variously called the hecklers at the State of the Union address, and I'd just like to point out that I noticed right away that comedy clubs and bowling alleys have higher standards than the Congress for kicking out hecklers, and that really needed to be noted in the comedy world there. This
also,
next
who
one
gets to speak? Sorry.
So these two, you know what's really funny is like, think about if I said, hey, who's the smartest guy in the Congress? You'd like do a little research. You can poke around, but you can probably figure out there's got to be somebody in there with a PhD in something. But if I said, who are the dumbest people in the Congress? You could start off the top of your head, make a bottom 5, 10, 15. I mean, I don't even know where to go with that. So, hey, this next one's from FB for TB, a weekly meme cast. If you're not following FB for TB, you're missing out. And this is one of the posts that is forwarded from Your Childhood Ruined. It's just a book that's been from the 1950s, it looks like, got a 50s girl talking to a 50s guy in this little drawing. And the title is, You're Just a Shitty Person. Subtitle, It's Not a Disorder. You know where to find that the next time that comes up to share with somebody. Like, you know, if you see some hecklers and like, they need a book recommendation, there you go. Right there on the page. Friend of the show, George Cruikshank, shared this one. This is from Ben Meckler, and it says, Gen Z will never understand growing up with parents who basically poured a gallon of milk into your body with a funnel every day because Big Milk told them if we don't drink enough, our bones will go soft and we'll turn into pudding people and get kidnapped in the mall. So spot on. That's from the best and worst of Twitter 2, a group I may just be joining. By the way, George takes issue with Big Milk and says, no, Big Cow, not Big Milk, Big Cow. I missed this difference there. You know.
Those Got Milk ads were fucking everywhere. They were in my comic books back then, man.
Oh, yeah, everywhere. Milk mustache was everywhere, you know. I mean, we even talked about that in library school. You know, if you need to find a piece of information, you usually go to the trade group because they have the inside information. And that's where you get the authoritative stuff. And we got done with a 3-hour session on that. And I walked outside and I was just dejected. And one of my friends is like, what's wrong? And I was like, let's say that the reference question is, what should I eat? I go to the trade group and ask them. The fundamental flaw in our information systems there. Anyway, all right, getting back to it. Hey, another observation. So sorry, but I discovered some weird patterns after the State of the Union address as well. Defund the police was trending, and Hamilton Nolan made a really good observation. Said, I'm pretty cynical, but watching how fast the Democratic Party went from Black Lives Matter marches to fund the police will never stop blowing my mind. And yeah, I have to agree, man. I have to agree. I didn't see that coming. Here's another weird one too. You ever notice that the same news story appears in all the mainstream places at the same time? Every once in a while, you'll actually get the exact same headline. And I thought this was fascinating. The Washington Post, Bloomberg, the New York Times, all had the same title for an article. Like, exactly. And it's just like, just so you guys understand, you know, in the old Soviet Union, they had a centralized system of distributing propaganda that went out, and everybody kind of knew that. But here in America, we just think we're Dutch. I don't know. Moving on. This one's for Michael. This headline, Trump is blowing Truth Social's launch.
No.
I just do that.
Very sad.
Michael's always triggered by the word blowing, and I love that.
Am I?
Yeah.
Sucks to be Truth Social's launch. You know what I mean?
No, it couldn't happen to a nicer social media platform. This is actually a comedy issue. I am in a private group. I think I've invited a few of you. It's political stuff. Issues, identity, identified debate, offer resolution. If you like arguing politics, that's what it was supposed to be. Anyway, I just put my dumb shit in there. JB Knockout, and this is a serious comedy question. JB Knockout posts, I do not condone drunk driving. This woman is lucky that no human being was harmed as a result of her irresponsible actions. She's reposted Drew Frog. This woman in Northern Kentucky got shit-faced, got behind the wheel, and had a blood alcohol content of 0.42. She crashed on the interstate and killed a well-known KKK neo-Nazi chud. And yeah, I mean, it raises issues.
That's the universe doing some kind of interesting shit there.
Yeah. I know it wrote the joke for us. All right, moving on. Friend of the show, my friend Jen G posts Andrew Schiavone at a Schiavone, who says, jealous that my clothes get cleaned in a machine instead of having to stand in a shower and relive bad conversations.
Oh my God. I literally walked out of a social interaction this week and I said to myself, but out loud, I said, why am I like this? Like it just came out. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Oh, I hate conversations.
All right. My last one for this round, handing it back to Andrew, on the theme of this is a picture of sliced cucumbers at some kind of potluck, and somebody has stuck a toothpick and the label into it, and it says salad cookies. It's been captioned the flavor of disappointment. Salad cookies.
This is Miyazaki, I think.
Oh, really?
I think, and he's smoking a cigarette and he just goes, I don't ever feel happy in my daily life. It's just like from a documentary.
His films are so pretty.
This is are you AFAB or AMAB? I'm Ahab. Where be that damned whale? So the background of this is the top left is Loveless. The bottom right is the American football record. This is a Swans one, and I don't know. I think that might be Russian circles maybe. But it says you can literally post any meme with these album covers, and it's a good meme because the music is good. This is like it's a hot dog that has like Furby eyes and a cowboy hat, and it says, do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
Did you happen to see this on TikTok, Andrew?
No.
This was like, dude, so TikTok made a ton of videos, and it's another King of the Hill. It's Hank Hill talking. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. And it's like fucking mostly dachshunds.
That's so funny.
Mostly videos of dachshunds.
This is Bobby Hill on the body of what's Bobby Hill's head on the body of what I imagine to be a sexy anime man, and it just says, I can be your little candy man. The Valentine's meme.
I think you gotta love Bobby for that to work.
Yeah. This says, a black bear known as Hank the Tank has broken into more than 24 California homes since July, officials say. Paintballs, beanbags, sirens, and tasers cannot keep this 500-pound animal from seeking leftover pizza and other food. And then it's a picture of this big-ass bear, Hank the Tank, a 500-pound bear ransacks a California community. It was a big-ass bear, dude. This is a little cat, and it has a little teddy bear, and the cat kind of looks like he's crying. This is a Smurf doing scratching on a turntable, and it says techno isn't cool. And that's the whole post. This is okay. So it's a picture of Ben Shapiro's sister, and I mean, it does not seem to be anatomically correct. But suffice to say,
correct.
Yeah,
it's correct.
She has massive boobs, and it says, warning, fellow libtards. Abigail Shapiro's titties are a right-wing psyop sent here to distract you from canceling Joe Rogan.
Oh, God.
The things Ben Shapiro has said about his sister's boobs.
Yeah, we covered it extensively. The boy has been warped by Pornhub. And he wants his sister.
Yeah.
And he should be canceled.
Yeah. This I think I've shared this before, but it's a stuffed animal that's smiling, and it's kind of like a dinosaur, I think, and just says, I'm seriously at my limit, and there's just fire in the background.
That's an axolotl, isn't it?
Yes, and that's mine. And then I don't have a post with the most, so that's all I got for this.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Round 3 for me. VeggieTale facts.
Yes.
This is actually, I'm pretty sure I stole this from Trash Can Paul. At Veggie Fact says, the Bible doesn't say anything about ripping the plumbing out of your neighbor's walls to sell for scrap. I have read the Bible cover to cover many times. It doesn't say anything about it. Glow Fuck Yourself, friend of the show, is back for another round. It says no one, and it's blank. Britney Spears on Instagram, and it's just an anime picture of a naked woman with some sort of beam shooting out of her vagina.
Thanks.
Salad Days, wow. Salad Days had a big showing this show for me. Says, is this church going to whoop Jesus' ass? And it's a picture of the Church of God of Prophecy sign that just says, Jesus, 6 o'clock parking lot. I think I've actually shared a version of this in the past, but it was like the other way. Like, Jesus wants to see you in church at 10:30 or something like that. All right. Living Morganism, who is a new friend of the show. Thanks for watching Living Morganism. Thanks for sending this. It says, when you just want to do your Zoom call, but your cat wants to start an OnlyFans. And this is a picture of a redhead, like young looking, I don't know, like 18 to 20-year-old young woman her eyes are wide and she is very surprised and kind of smiling. And right in front of her is a cat who is just showing its butthole to the computer screen. So, cat wants to start an OnlyFans.
Accurate.
As fact.
Fucking Sober, friend of the show. Thanks for watching. Fucking Sober says, please remember, it's a sign of it's on the soccer field, and this is like a sandwich board sign. It says, please remember, these are kids. Number 2, this is a game. Number 3, the coaches are volunteers. Number 4, the referees are human. And number 5, just because you're sober doesn't mean you're not an asshole.
Nice.
This is very relatable content for those of us in recovery. I Can Has Cheeseburgers. Says, today I learned that there is such a thing as a tasseled wabagong shark, and I need to share it with you all.
Oh.
And this picture is fucked up. It looks like a moss mound on the floor of the ocean with fucking weird Google eyes and a mouth. I don't know.
It's like a flat pancake of a fish with Google eyes, and he's got his open. He looks like he's got a little ridge down the middle, but not much. And like around the edge, those little frills, those look like, that looks like bushes, evergreen.
Pine. It looks like pine. Yeah, it looks like exactly.
There's so much fucked up stuff in the ocean.
But is it
Listen,
real? Do we know?
I'm opposed to it. I'm against the ocean. I mean it. Like,
no, I agree.
want fucking nothing to do with it. People
Dude,
are
you
like,
Christians are Christians are
vacation."
scared of anything that looks like it could come out of a portal. You got to get over that.
No, fuck you. Everybody's scared of something that looks like it could come out of a portal. Are
this
you
looks
serious?
like you'd step on it and it would swallow you. Like,
this thing, listen, I just want to go on record of saying, whatever the ocean's up to, I do not support it. This is a picture of Tucker Carlson wearing a German uniform, and it says, Tucker Carlson's rants make a lot more sense when you read them in the original Russian.
Oh.
I love how fucking stupid he looks all the time. Blow fuck yourself back for another has a picture of an alligator with its nose peeking out of the water, and it says, during cold weather months, alligators will fall into hibernation with their snouts sticking through the ice to get fresh oxygen. It's at this point you can draw dicks on them. Oh fuck. It's 2 pictures, and it's somebody reenacting the worst possible scene from the Never-Ending Story, where that kid's horse dies in the quicksand. This is and it says this cosplayer decided to ruin the weekend at Dragon Con 2019, and what they've done is they have a very real looking horse head that's just on the floor, so it looks like the horse's body is beneath the floor. And the character is is crouched down next to it, screaming and crying.
Oh,
Grasping the
really-
ring.
That scene seriously fucked me up as a kid. That was the saddest fucking thing I'd ever seen. All right. Last week I shared a meme of Gen X. It was a meme that was like, "Hey, millennials and Zoomers, this is your first nuclear war scare. Don't worry, find yourself a Gen Xer. We got you." Blah blah blah. And I made the joke that this was Gen X proving once again that they can make anything about themselves. But Dr. Vance Bromison, friend of the show, he had a better take. He says, "Hey, Gen X, this is my first potentially nuclear crisis. How do you deal with the worry about getting nuked?" Which I thought was fucking great. Like, okay, know-it-all. Like, what do you got for me? And then his first comment is, "The snarky comments aren't helpful. Duck and cover is about as useful as just say no or abstinence till marriage." And this says, "Ordered a Gen X bomb shelter today," and it's just a picture of an old school desk where you put your shit in the middle of it.
Dude, us Gen Xers were all talking about this week, and we all seem to remember curling next to the wall in the hallway. But I'm like, was that?
I think that's for tornadoes.
See, but I don't remember. I would have repressed anything anyway.
You've
all
done
right.
a non-zero amount of drugs. So
yeah.
I said you have done a non-zero amount of drugs. So
Dude,
it could be that you've forgotten something.
Man, nope.
Nope. Back to you,
All right.
Eric.
All right, here on Facebook, the FB for TB, a weekly meme cast. This one just didn't get nearly enough love, and I need to share it. Friend of the show, John Connon, posted Facebook notifications are like, "Did you see so-and-so story? ? What's your reaction? ? And I'm like, why are you trying to start shit? Thank you, John Connon. Had to be said. Thank you. All right. Moving on. This is a funny one. Friend of the show, Steve Hofstetter, had posted a response to Dr. Mehmet Oz. Dr. Oz is running for Congress and needs all the attention that he can't afford. And he said, "I challenged Dr. Fauci to a debate 44 days ago and still haven't heard a thing from him." And he's got a cricket there. And Steve Hofstetter is like, 44 days ago, I challenged The Rock to a weightlifting competition and still haven't heard a thing from him. What is he hiding? Which turned into, I mean, Steve Hofstetter is a major comedian, so the thread was just forever long. And it was just like, James Maradino's like, "I got this, Fauci, Oz me, cage match." And this guy's like, "I got money on James." Everybody else is saying, "Oh my God, Dr. Oz brought the essential oils." Just an excellent reference to, "Oh no, the steel chair." Essential oils. All right, we'll just let that go. There's a ton of it. If you're not following Steve Hofstetter, do it. This next one, friend of the show, Chuck. Chuck says, "Thanks, Chuck. Appreciate everything." Senator Tom Cotton was speaking. He is the Republican from Arkansas. And Andrew Borowitz posted a picture of him, and it says, "Zoologists discover a species of weasel capable of human speech." It's true. The man is a horror show. He's running for president, which apparently on one side, one team causes them to spout nonsense just regularly. Just the crazier, the better. It's absolutely nuts.
Yep.
This next picture is a still of Robin Williams from Good Will Hunting, and it's captioned, "When the vacuum cleaner goes over a spot of dirt and dust and you hear that crackle." And Robin Williams is going, "Yeah, it's the good stuff."
That's the good stuff.
Very satisfying. This next one is posted by Vermin Supreme, friend of the show, Vermin Supreme. Vermin, thank you so much for listening. It's two cartoon figures here captioned, "How to cheer up a miserable friend. Hide inside your friend's toothpaste tube and give them a mysterious minty fresh surprise." We see our depressed person over here, and she's saying to herself, "Why am I alive?" And then she squeezes the toothpaste. And a tiny naked woman appears on the end of the brush and says, "Ha ha ha, surprise."
Holy fuck, this is weird.
The rent's too damn high.
Comedy gold. Do I think you mean? Moving on. Scott Redenbaugh, friend of the show, posts Shinsei at Nisei_she saying, a while back I started saying bro as a joke to poke fun at people who say bro, but at some point the irony was lost and now I'm just a person who says bro and I can't stop. This is the lowest point of my life so far. The person who posted bro, and my friend Mary said dude. I was thinking about sponsorships, and I have weird friends with weird stuff, so I thought I'd share this one. Nan, Bethy turned me on to Eat Your Drink. Yes, that's right. Smith and Sinclair have now figured out how to take alcohol and put it into a solid packet that you can eat. Eat Your Drink. Get them now before kids at music festivals this summer OD, and they take them off the market. There's nutrition facts there, so there's some kind of nutrition, there's some stuff, so it's a real thing. This next one's from friend of the show, Chuck. Chuck, again, you are awesome. When this is a Leo pick, Leo from Django Unchained, and Leo doing the kind of laugh, and he's wearing a priest costume now, and it says, when you're released from Facebook jail, a reformed person ready to join social media. The priest collar, a good person. Forgot I put this in here for George. Oh, it's a gummy. It's an alcohol gummy. It's supposed to be a whiskey sour. I'm thinking about creating a segment of the show just called, can someone please check on the librarians? Because they're concerning. Friend of the show, Kurt McKay, posts this picture of a beautiful bench. And it says, this is a park bench in the city, near the city library in Ukraine. And it is shaped like a book that has its pages sort of splayed out and curved around as though it's a paperback book. But it's, in the shape of a bench. You can sit on this bench, but it looks like an enormous book. And it's just wonderful and welcoming and warms my soul to see this. This was posted in Library Think Tank. And you get to saying to yourself, oh, that's nice. Librarians, they're okay. This one also posted, love this. This is a Swiss Army tank. It's a red tank with the Swiss Army logo on it. And the top little cockpit thing is just all kinds of, the boomstick part of the tank. But there's like 6 of them and they're folding out. There's a little Swiss Army guy poking his head out. Swiss Army tank. Cute, adorable. The librarians, they're fine. And then you see something like this. This is in Librarian Think Tank, which is a little different. You'll notice that one's written upside down. Friend of the show, Jan Nauer, has reposted Lars, and Lars has figured out how to put little pentagrams next to his name. He is posting at Lars Adams, and he says, if I ever call you my love, my darling, my dear, please know that I don't mean it in a romantic way. I mean it in a Dracula way.
Nice.
And you're looking at this little Nosferatu avatar of Lars, and you're like, I don't know what % of that is a joke.
I think that's the grandpa from Munsters, right?
I think that is Nosferatu, man. I think this is this
right.
dude cosplaying
right.
as Nosferatu, because I think he looks like Nosferatu. Again, I'm a little concerned, and I'm betting. Anyway, I'm gonna drop it there. My final piece of this section before I post with the post is wrapping up. Can somebody please check on the librarians? This is also in Librarian Think Tank. Michelle Marie Mitchell has posted, I am working a morning shift at a cafe. We are serving breakfast. A little boy and his mother enter the cafe. Me. So what'll it be? The child. I wish to devour the unborn. There's a sudden silence and everyone turns to look. The mother looks very embarrassed. Mother says, eggs. He would like some eggs.
Yeah.
Reposted from I love / hate my job. Back to you, Michael, for your post with the most.
I've always wondered if pro-life vegetarian is even allowed to eat eggs.
Oh,
somebody quickly pointed out there's probably no such thing as a pro-life vegetarian. So my post with the most this week was just this picture and I posted it with the caption, "Show me what idolatry looks like. This is what idolatry looks like."
Whoa.
Here we got George Washington. We got Ronald Reagan.
Whoa.
We got a piece
Abraham
of paper.
Lincoln, an American soldier.
Soldiers.
Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin off to the left, another American soldier.
That's a woman and
And
an
right
astronaut.
up,
Yeah.
yeah. And right up front is white Jesus holding what I can only imagine is the United States Constitution, or perhaps the Declaration of Independence.
Although it kind of looks like an invoice. To be fair.
I just want to say, I wrote my thesis in graduate school on the idolatry of civil religion, and at the time, and just sort of how like the worship of America, patriotism and nationalism becomes its own sort of religion, and then how that is just off limits for people who call themselves Christian because it's idolatrous. And at the time, I did not know that there were people who just have this full throttled, like, this is so fucking obvious, just obviously blasphemy. But yeah, anyway, weird Christian Twitter sure loved it. And that was my post with the most this week.
I'm very glad you pointed that out. I wrote something and I don't have it in front of me, so I'm not going to recall it exactly right, but I did realize that, like, there's something about, these people that figure out how to hold up a talisman or a totem or, like, a magical item of some sort. And it can be like patriotism or America or Christian. And it makes everything they do, working in mysterious ways. It doesn't matter how dirty, how gross, how debased or debauched or any of the D words you are. You just hold up that little badge and people go, well, he's probably helping more people than he's hurting. And you go, why are you giving him the benefit of the doubt? Why are you not making him earn your benefit of the doubt? Google what he just said if you're all about truth. And oh, well, I'm preaching to the choir here. Yeah. All right, ending that sermon and doing my post with the most, and we are going to shut this puppet down. So this is my post with the most. We do collect Gadsden flags here on the show, and that is the coiling snake on a yellow background with the repurposed text at the bottom, and this one says, "I don't know how gas prices work." And tell you what, this one comes in super handy this week. For an awful lot of bitchy people, a lot of Gen Xers and boomers who had a sense of entitlement to under $3 a gallon gas, who didn't seem to understand how commodities work or what the 2015 ending of the export ban on fossil fuels meant for the United States. And they're just still not paying attention. So
look, gas prices are too damn high. Like, don't get me wrong, gas prices are too damn high. I don't like it either. But, like, at least I'd fucking know who's to blame.
I don't agree with you. I think that we need to get off of fossil fuel, so gas prices could be like $10 a gallon.
Yeah, I don't care.
The prices actually need to go up
until there's a fucking train that gets me to work. Like, then I still have to drive, and I don't have that kind of money. So I hear you. I mean, fossil fuel.
Or it could be, like progressive, like how they're like, I don't know, water, all commodities. It should be progressive. The more you use, the more you have to pay. So I mean, like if for your average consumer, if you use X gallons of gas, it's a certain price. But then when you start like driving like 300 miles a day or something, I don't know, whatever. Anyways.
No, I get it.
Here's the thing. Poor people are always the first people to suffer whenever we do shit like that. So unless we're going to put infrastructure in first to make sure that people have a meaningful way to continue to live and eat, then I think we have all we do when we do things like that, whenever we penalize this stuff like gas, then what we end up doing is we just make poor people starve. So I agree with you. We need to get off fossil fuels, but I think we have to ethically divest ourselves from that. We can't just fucking kick the plug out of the wall and watch a bunch more poor people die.
Yeah, and in the other direction, we're doing all these economic sanctions and stuff against Ukraine or against Russia because people don't want to get into like an actual war, but who really suffers is the Russian people.
Dude, who suffers if we have a war? Then it's our poor people. It's like, it's just, man, there's just no way to make the people guilty actually the people who pay. It drives me nuts There's no way to actually make the people who are guilty pay.
It's all true, but I did think one of the most amazing things I saw is that in the last week we saw Visa and MasterCard stopped operations in Russia. Netflix and Pornhub both stopped it, and Coca-Cola is next.
Oh, all right. You
hang on. There's a punchline to this. If you cut off their credit card addiction and their porn addiction and their Netflix addiction and Coca-Cola, we're going to be up against the most healthy and well-adjusted people on the planet pretty soon.
We're only making them stronger.
That was an episode of Facebook for the Blind for March 7th, 2022.
Love you, George.
Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.